Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon has made her strongest move yet for a second referendum on independence. She's announced that consultation on legislation for a new referendum will start next week. She told the SNP conference in Glasgow that the Scottish people should be able to reconsider independence in the light of the Brexit vote. Well, our Scotland editor Sarah Smith is in Glasgow for us tonight. Sarah, given this is just a consultation at this stage, how significant would you say it is?
Well, Nicola Sturgeon is making preparations for a second referendum on Scottish independence without definitely saying that she will call for one, because the truth is she is not certain that if that vote were to happen soon that she would win it. But nonetheless, she did want to send a clear message today that she is prepared to consider another vote, that she's considering doing it within the next 2 years if she judges that's what's necessary to protect Scotland's interests.
Welcome the leader of the Scottish National Party and First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon.
Do not be confused by the coy smile. Nicola Sturgeon is angry, and she didn't mince her words today, accusing the Tories of xenophobia, calling them a disgrace, and delivering a stark warning that if the UK government doesn't listen to her on Brexit, she is prepared to hold another referendum on Scottish independence.
If you think for one single second that I am not serious about doing what it takes to protect Scotland's interests, then think again. I can confirm today that the independence referendum bill will be published for consultation next week.
Party members were as delighted as they were surprised. Nicola Sturgeon's speech here in Glasgow was really a direct message to the Prime Minister in Downing Street, a clear warning that if Theresa May doesn't listen to her concerns about Brexit, then Sturgeon could demand a second referendum on independence. SNP members are accustomed to being told to be patient, not to rush into a referendum they might lose, but the mood of the party leadership has clearly changed. Is this a threat to the Prime Minister that she must listen to the Scottish Government or they will call a second referendum on independence?
No, it's a promise to the Prime Minister. We promise that we will stand up for the interests of people in this country. We will do everything that we have to do to protect our place in Europe. It's a promise.
Including another referendum?
If that's what it takes, that's what we'll do.
Outside the conference centre, the landscape looks a little different. Polls suggest no significant increase in support for independence. Since the fall in the oil price, the economic outlook is far more challenging. But Nicola Sturgeon says it's a hard Brexit that will damage the Scottish economy.
Here in Scotland, 80,000 jobs could be lost. Wages would be hit by up to £2,000 and growth in the economy would slow.
Just along the Clyde, in the Riverside Museum, Scottish voters have their own ideas about what Nicola Sturgeon should prioritise.
Work on getting us independence from England.
People of Scotland voted to stay in the UK, and then the people of the UK voted to get out of Europe. So you've got to listen to that.
I suppose there's nothing much we can do about Brexit now, is there? But you've got to make sure you've got a good NHS and you've got a good education system.
If voters think that making plans for another vote on independence means the Scottish Government might neglect the country's schools or hospitals, that certainly won't help them win a referendum. Sarah Smith, BBC News, Glasgow.